Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Star Lord here. So, just wanted to chat. We're not doing. Uh, Matter of fact, I gotta make sure that the audio source is what is the audio source? Yes, options. Okay. 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 Um, don't know if you can hear me. So we beat Expedition 33 last weekend. Very happy about that. So I did go back and watch the other ending. So um I'm glad I went with the ending I did. So I guess both endings are meant to be good. I wouldn't say both endings are necessarily bad per se, but after watching Mael's ending, I said openings. I meant endings. I said I don't think both endings are bad per se. Um, but I will say this about the ending. About Mael's ending. Her ending. There's no bad ending. Let me start by saying that there's no bad ending. So, but I will say both of them are not good endings. I think um, Verso has the good ending, and that's like a happily ever after. They grieve and let go. But Mael's ending, I feel like her ending. Yes, I get in the painting, everybody's lives is ending, and the only one that was kind of upset about Verso's betrayal was Luna. Luna was the only one. Sayel wasn't really flushed, but she accepted. Hey, she accepted like the reality is we're not real. We're just a world inside a canvas. Um, but when I after watching Mael's ending, if you by the way, if I have any viewers on TikTok, because I'm streaming on there too, and I'm going all through OBS, so there's not a bot that a plug-in for there's not a proper plug-in for TikTok chat and viewers. So if I get anybody in TikTok, I'm sorry, but spoilers ahead. So um, let's start off with Verso's ending. Verso's ending was, hey, and I didn't trust him throughout the game, but after playing it so much, I got to understand where he was coming from. He just wanted his family to not suffer on behalf of him. He did what he did. He saved Mael or Alicia. Um, you gotta speculate how he saved her. There was a fire, but he was able to rescue her. I guess he didn't get out of the building in time. I'm speculating on that because there's the details in the game is not specific. Um, and the mother grieved a lot. The father was able to move on because I guess the dynamic between father and son, like, hey, what's up, Bree? What's up? I'm just it's just chatting. I'm just talking about a game I beat last weekend. So as I was saying, yeah. So the thing about Verso's sacrifice was he wanted to save his sister. He did what an older sibling is supposed to do, and I think that's the right thing. Um, the father was able to grieve and let go. He was like, "Hey, you saved. It is what it is. I can move on from this. It was admirable. You went out. No parent. Let me start off with saying this. No parent wants to bury their kid You know, they don't want to outlive their kid. The kids should be burying their parents. So I believe that Renoir, the dad, he moved on. Yeah, he was sad about it, but he was like, hey, you know, it's the reality. We all gotta, you know, die sometime. Everybody's gonna die. The mother was not able to grieve with it, and you can tell by the way she went inside the canvas, and she just stayed there, painted this make-believe family, recreated Verso in the canvas, not healthy. And as you can see, she was slowly dying in the canvas. You saw on the outside, I guess the longer you stay in the canvas, your body on the outside deteriorates. And it was very unhealthy. She was like, she didn't want to come back to the reality without her son. So, and that goes back to what I was saying about the dynamic between parents. So a father is more attached to their daughter. That's why you got the term daddy's little girl, mama's boy. And the mother, she, even though her daughter came out unscathed because of her older brother saved her, she resented her daughter for that. And I'm like, yo, I get it, but you don't scorn. You're like, hey, you be thankful you got one of your siblings came back. I mean, one of your kids came back. Yes, the best possible outcome would be like, I get all of my kids back. You lost your son. I get it. He was the oldest. He was the son because you got two daughters. But you don't blame the daughter for that. You just be thankful that you got one of your kids back, because it could have been a scenario where you lost both of them, and then the dad could have been Renoir could have been like crashing out over the fact that what if Alicia would have died in that scenario. You know what I mean? So either way, you was gonna lose, because I feel like if Renoir would have lost Alicia, his crash out would have been so much worse. But I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Or it would have been just as bad as the paintress. I think they said her name. I can't remember the mother's name. But and if they said it, they only mentioned it a couple times. But yeah, like I said, going back to what I was saying with Verso. So Verso did what he just like he sacrificed himself in reality and gave up his life. The painting version of him had the same kind of laurels or morals about him, is what I mean. Same personality. So he saw his mom was dying in the canvas and he knew it wasn't healthy. So he manipulated Expedition 33. Actually, I think he tried to manipulate a bunch of the expedition. They just failed ultimately. But Expedition 33 was the ones that got the job done, to defeat his mother and send her back to reality so she could, rest and heal up, because it was causing her to die in there. And then I was like, okay, I see what he's doing. He's caring about his mother. He's caring about her well-being. Even the make-believe version of him cares. So towards the end, you had to make a choice at a game. Like after you beat Renoir for the final time, you choose to fight Verso or you choose to fight Mael. I chose obviously to fight Mael, because Mael wanted to stay in the canvas and go through pretty much. She was going to repeat the same thing her mother was doing ultimately, because once she got her memories back and she remembered that Verso saved her, and she didn't want to be without him. And then she had got, like, even though she came back, she came back alive from the fire, she didn't come back unscathed. She had a burnt face. Her voice was gone. I don't know if like some debris fell on her, on some shrapnel or whatever, along with her getting partially burned. But on the outside, she couldn't talk. She was a mute because of the damage caused by the fire. So she did not want to go back to that. She was like, "Hey, I don't want to go back to there, a place without you, a place where I don't have a voice. I'm scarred for life by my face. I just want to live out my life in the canvas, and then I'll probably go back there. And Verso was like, no, that's unhealthy. You're gonna do the same thing mom is doing. Like, I just want my family to move on from me and move on with your life. And just because your voice is gone and you're scarred, you know you can still live your life pretty much. And that's it. Make you think about, like, there's so many messages that this game send to you. You got family, dealing with grief, suicide, starting over, being able to, how to live life with a disability. I have a younger brother who has a disability, and he used to think that the world owed him something, and that he could not live like as a regular. So it tackles so many like sensitive subjects. So the game is amazing in that aspect, in the storytelling. But anyway, moving on. So like I said, I ended up picking to fight Mael as Verso to get her out of the painting. I won, and the ending seemed like, yeah, it gets her out. The canvas is destroyed. Everybody is gommaged in the canvas world, and then you see them, all the family together, to include the painters, the mother Renoir, and the sister that's still alive, Clea, and Mael, and they're putting flowers on Verso's real grave. And then you see like a image of all the canvas, like Expedition 33, to include Gustav, Luna, Sayel, Monoko, Esquier, all of those guys. There's like an image, like they're not there, but they're like, smiling down on Alicia / Mael, saying, hey, thankful. It's meant to be like a satisfying closure and ending. Now we're gonna move on to Mael's ending, because I wasn't gonna play that, but I went and watched it on YouTube. And hers is, you play as her, and you beat Verso, and it's hard to watch. It was very sad. It tugged on my heartstrings. I said, spoilers be warned. And I'm surprised you still here listening to this. I'm just talking for talking's sake. So, you play as Verso. You play as Mael. You beat Verso. And Verso is on the edge of agony because his younger self is in there painting. And if you played the game, Verso never wanted to be a painter like the rest of his family. He wanted to play music. He wanted to be a pianist. Play the piano, and as he lays there like beat, he's like, hey, I just want to tell him to stop painting. I want this to end. This is not the life I wanted. And he's crying as he's saying this, beaten up by Mael, and he just screaming, like, this is not the life I wanted. This is not the life I wanted. And as he's saying, it's so much emotion in that scene. It's hard to watch. It's really hard to watch. And so you get that, and you flash to, like, they're still in the canvas world. So you flash to a concert. Mael has brought everybody back that has died because she has that power. But it's like I said, they're in a painting. So her body is on the outside world deteriorating. But she gets to live her life inside the canvas as she wanted, with her canvas family that she has recreated and brought back. And the concert that they're at, Verso's on the stage. He's playing the piano. And he plays the opening music on the piano. And then, Mael, the camera pans to Mael and gets a close-up of her. And as it ends, you can see they show her deteriorating face, and it's kind of creepy, but you see that, like, okay, to me that's not a good ending. That's not how it's supposed to. She gets her way. It's very selfish. Now the dad is going to lose his daughter because Mael decides to stay in the canvas world, and her body's out there deteriorating, and Verso is trapped in an eternity in the painting, which he wanted to be laid to rest, because that's like a part of his actual spirit or soul or something. That's like that canvas is the last part of him. So going back to what I was saying, I don't think Mael's ending is bad. I just think it's selfish. And I think Verso was the true good ending, which I chose. But yeah, that's pretty much one I wanted to get off on that one. No, moving on to the subject. Now that we've beaten that game, because like I said, if I do play it, it won't be on stream because we spent too much time on the game. The next game I'll be playing is probably Resident Evil 4 remake. I played it before. I'll be doing the second playthrough. Then I'll do Resident Evil 2. Black Myth Wukong on here for sure. Actually, we'll probably start Black Myth Wukong next weekend. Next weekend we'll start that one. And Breed Too Pretty. Aren't you? I thought you was on. Weren't you in a space? And we also got Ratchet and Clank. What is that game? Oh, Stellar Blade Saga. And I even downloaded Wu Chang as well. That's supposed to be. Oh no, I put it down. Yeah. Okay. So we got a couple. I got a couple of games in my back catalog that I want to play, and beat. So, what time is it? Or how long have we been on here? Yeah, this won't be a long stream. This was just supposed to be like a little quick minute update. Cause I didn't check in. I got a new monitor. I did some cable management yesterday. I'm selling my old monitor. But yeah, that's what's new with me right now. I'm getting ready to go see the Conjuring movie tonight. The new Conjuring movie. I've been cleaning up my house all day. Nothing too much going on here. Like I said, we'll be back gaming next week. We'll try to we'll do Black Myth Wukong. If I don't, like, depending on how I'm feeling after the movies, I might play an hour of it on stream. Cause I probably I live by myself, so so like you have to go in and watch a horror movie. I probably won't be in a rush to go to bed, cause that shit will probably give me nightmares. So maybe when I come back on stream, I'll play for an hour. Oh, also you got my other I'm simultaneously streaming right now. I'm streaming on TikTok. I believe my TikTok is Starlord _365, just like my Discord. Let me look. I believe that's what it is. I don't have it on here. I need to put it on here.
This is Benson Boone, the new
Skip
brand
ad.
for JBL.
Okay. Yeah, Starlord _365. So my TikTok is the same as my Discord. You can add me on Steam, YouTube. I'm streaming on YouTube as well. And then obviously my Twitch is up there. Recent cheer. Let me go to this. I want to do something real quick. really quick. Hold up. How do I do it? I think I'm supposed to do it this way. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm trying to. Is it this one? Okay, here we go. Bree, what you got going on? I was just saying, I'm a recent. I give to her this. She should be it. You working on your sets? Are you working out? Okay, okay. Get your workout on. Go ahead, get your workout on. Well, shit. What time is it? Or how long have I been on? Finna leave in 20. Okay. Okay. Were you at the gym? Okay. Well, I'm probably gonna end this. Like I said, I just wanted to give an update. What the hell? Oh, I guess it dims automatically. Anyway, I'm probably gonna end this. Like I said, I just was giving an update. I'll be on either tonight or you guys will catch me next weekend. We'll start gaming again. Feel free to follow me, subscribe, follow my socials. Yeah, like I said, keep your notifications on. I will be back hopefully, if not tonight, first thing Saturday evening or Friday evening. All right, guys. Star Lord out.